The trailer for the Gilded Age Season 4, Episode 1 wastes no time reminding us that, in this world, appearances are the most dangerous weapon. It opens with a stillness so heavy it feels like the moment before a glass shatters are calm. So deliberate, it tells us trouble is not far behind. In this universe, the loudest threats are rarely spoken aloud. They hide beneath politeness, concealed in the way eyes linger a fraction too long or in the carefully chosen pause before an answer. This quiet tension is the heartbeat of the season's beginning. We are not watching chaos. We are watching the moments that create it. From the fragments shown, it is clear that the wounds of last season have not healed. Words left unsaid have grown into silent resentments. Promises made in public now seem like lies whispered in private. And someone, perhaps more than one person, holding information powerful enough to ruin reputations, topple alliances, and redraw the map of New York's high society. The beauty of the trailer lies in its restraint. It doesn't tell us exactly what will happen, it lets the audience feel the tremor under the surface. We catch pieces of conversations that end too soon, see hands that almost touch but pull away, and hear phrases that sound harmless yet hang in the air like a warning. These are not random choices. This is the art of calculated storytelling. The first episode, if the trailer is to be believed, will not begin with a public confrontation, but with the planting of a seed, a dangerous, invisible act that will grow in secret until it is too late to stop. And while the faces of the city's elite look untroubled under the glow of chandeliers, the truth is far less polished. Every character stands at a crossroads, even if they cannot see it yet. Their choices will not only decide their personal fates, they will decide who holds power in a city where wealth is nothing without influence. The tension is not just in what we see, but in what we are not allowed to see. Behind every glance, there is a plan. Behind every polite word, there is a threat. And as the season opens, one truth becomes clear. In the Gilded Age, the real war begins long before anyone dares to declare it. Asterisk beneath the glittering surface of the Gilded Age lies a truth no one dares to speak aloud. This world is built on balance, and balance can be broken with a single well-placed step. The trailer for Season 4, Episode 1 makes it clear. New players are about to walk into the room, and they are not here to simply admire the chandeliers. Their arrival is deliberate, their presence disruptive, and their intentions anything but innocent. These figures are not wide-eyed dreamers hoping to be accepted into high society. They are strategists, opportunists, and challengers, stepping into an arena already tense with rivalry. The framing of their introductions tells us everything. They are not presented as harmless outsiders. They are shown as catalysts, the kind of people whose very existence forces everyone else to reevaluate their place. In a city where tradition has been the armor of the old elite, the arrival of those who play by new rules is an act of war. And make no mistake, these newcomers are not bound by the unwritten codes of etiquette that have protected the powerful for generations. They bring with them fresh resources, hidden connections, and secrets that may already be woven into the city's fabric. In this society, every handshake is a negotiation and every smile is a mask. These new arrivals understand that better than anyone. The trailer doesn't reveal their full stories, it offers glimpses as if daring us to guess their true roles. A glance exchanged in a crowded room, a conversation cut short when the wrong person walks in, a quiet but knowing nod during a public event. None of it is accidental. This is the language of influence, and these new players are fluent. They are not here to fit in. They are here to claim space that others have guarded for decades. The ripple effect will not be immediate, but it will be unavoidable. Once they are in the picture, alliances will shift in drawing rooms and parlors, where whispers hold more weight than public decrees. Friends will find their loyalty tested, enemies will have to reconsider their strategies. And some of the most confident members of high society will suddenly find themselves unsure of where they stand. Old money thrives on predictability, on knowing the rules, the hierarchy, the proper way to climb. New money thrives on disruption, on bending the rules until they break. These fresh faces may very well bring methods that the established elite find unthinkable. In a society where reputation is a currency as valuable as gold, even one scandal, one broken tradition, can redraw the boundaries of power. The danger lies not just in what the newcomers will do, but in how quickly others will adapt or fail to adapt to them. Some will see opportunity in their arrival, sensing a chance to turn old rivalries to their advantage. Others will resist them fiercely, clinging to the belief that history and heritage will be enough to keep them secure. But as the trailer suggests, the ground beneath their feet is already shifting. These introductions, subtle as they are, set the stage for conflicts that will run far deeper than public disagreements. They will challenge loyalties not just among friends, but within families. They will make people question the very foundations of their own identities. Are they who they are because of their power? Or is their power nothing without the recognition of others? In the Gilded Age, there is no such thing as a neutral party. Every newcomer must choose a side, and in doing so, force everyone else to choose as well. By the time episode 1 has reached its halfway point, the audience will see the beginning of this transformation. Small moments, seemingly harmless at first, will take on new meaning when seen in the light of what comes next. A chance meeting at a social gathering may later be revealed as the start of a dangerous alliance. A polite introduction may be the first step toward a public downfall. The genius of the trailer is that it doesn't give us the answers, it gives us the pieces. It invites us to start connecting them, knowing full well that our guesses may be wrong, that the truth will only emerge when it is too late for the characters to protect themselves. The arrival of new players is not just a change in the cast. It is the start of a new phase in the war for New York's most coveted prize, control. And as history has shown, control in the Gilded Age is never given. It is taken quietly, decisively, and without warning. These new faces may look like guests at the table, but before the season is over, they could very well own the table itself. The Gilded Age has always thrived on the illusion of unity. The grand dinners, the glittering galas, the endless toasts to friendship and loyalty, all of it designed to present an image of stability. But in Season 4, Episode 1, the trailer makes one thing clear. That illusion is breaking. Beneath the gilded veneer, alliances are fraying, trust is eroding, and rivalries are sharpening into weapons. It is not the loud arguments that matter here. It is the quiet betrayals. The trailer shows fleeting moments that speak volumes: a delayed handshake, an unfinished sentence, the brief tightening of a jaw when a rival's name is mentioned. These are not accidents. They are signals. In this world, power does not disappear in a public scandal. It slips away silently, often without anyone noticing until it is too late. What makes this season's fractures so dangerous is that many of them are happening between people who have stood together for years. The kind of cracks that appear when loyalty has been stretched too far and ambition begins to outweigh friendship. The conflict between old money and new money is no longer a simple clash of traditions versus ambition. It is now tangled in personal stakes. Those who once fought side by side are beginning to question whether their allies are still worth protecting. The pressure is constant, and the stakes are too high for hesitation. The trailer hints at subtle betrayals that have already taken place, suggesting that by the time episode 1 begins, the damage has been done. Now we are simply watching the fallout. In the Gilded Age, betrayal is rarely sudden. It is planted early, watered with envy, and left to grow until the moment comes to harvest it. What makes it more chilling is that the betrayer is often someone trusted, someone who knows exactly where to strike for maximum damage. And here, reputation is as fragile as glass. One whispered accusation, one carefully timed revelation, can shatter it beyond repair. We see glimpses of strained conversations, polite exchanges that are anything but friendly. Rivals stand close enough to touch, but their words are measured. Their smiles too practiced? There is a tension in these interactions, as though both parties are calculating how much to reveal and how much to conceal. Every relationship in this society is transactional to some degree. But when the terms of the transaction shift without warning, even the strongest alliance can crumble. Old grudges resurface, fueled by fresh slights. Promises made in desperation now feel like traps. And as each character tries to navigate the shifting loyalties, the line between friend and foe becomes almost impossible to see. The danger is not just in losing allies, it is in misjudging them. In a world where alliances are currency, choosing the wrong partner can destroy everything. The trailer teases a moment when two once close allies share a look that is almost unrecognizable, half suspicion, half regret. It's the kind of look that says, I know you've already chosen your side, and it's not mine. These silent acknowledgments are the beginning of wars no one will announce, but everyone will fight. The impact will be felt not in open confrontation, but in the slow dismantling of trust, the quiet withdrawal of support, and the sudden appearance of a rival's influence, where an ally's once was. What makes this fracturing even more dangerous is the timing. The arrival of new players, as shown earlier, has already destabilized the social structure. Now, the cracks in existing alliances make it even easier for those newcomers to gain a foothold. It's a perfect storm. Old rivalries reigniting, new ones forming, and no clear understanding of where the true loyalties lie. The result is a society where everyone is watching everyone else, where every gesture is analyzed, and where the smallest misstep can be fatal to one's standing. Episode 1 seems poised to drop us into this volatile moment, letting us witness the first subtle moves in what will become an all-out war for dominance. The tension is not in what is said, but in what is deliberately left unsaid. A pause before answering a question may reveal more than the answer itself. An absence at an important event could be more telling than any speech. In the Gilded Age, silence can be as powerful as a declaration, and it can be far more dangerous. The trailer's greatest achievement in this section is how it makes us feel the weight of these fractures without spelling them out. It invites us to watch closely, to look for the signs that our relationship is ending, and to understand that in this world, endings are rarely clean. They are messy, drawn out, and always leave scars. By the time the first episode closes, the audience will not be asking whether alliances will break. They will be asking how quickly and how violently it will happen. And as the fractures deepen, one truth will become undeniable. In the Gilded Age, loyalty is temporary, power is fleeting, and betrayal is inevitable. In the world of the Gilded Age, gold may build the mansions and diamonds may glitter on the ballroom floor, but neither is the true currency of this society. No, the real currency is information. And in Season 4, Episode 1, the trailer makes it chillingly clear that secrets are the most valuable land, the most dangerous asset one can possess. A fortune can be lost overnight, but a well-placed secret can destroy an enemy or crown a victor without a single coin changing hands. It is this invisible economy, the constant trading of whispered knowledge, that fuels the power struggles of New York's elite. And in this season, those who hold the most dangerous truths will wield a weapon far sharper than any public scandal. From the very first moments of the trailer, there is an unshakable sense that something is being hidden. We hear phrases that end abruptly, glances that dart away just as a question is asked, and scenes where the silence feels heavier than the words. This is the language of secrets and unspoken code, understood only by those skilled enough to navigate it. In this world, a secret is not simply a piece of information. It is leverage. It is the ability to make someone hesitate before opposing you, to ensure that their smile masks the fear of what you might reveal. And the most skilled players of this game do not waste their secrets by revealing them too soon. They let them simmer, allowing the tension to build until the mere possibility of exposure is enough to force obedience. The trailer hints at several of these hidden truths, though never directly. We see a character pause on a letter before tucking it quickly away, as though the contents could undo more than one life. Another scene suggests that a casual encounter at a social gathering may not be as innocent as it appears in overheard conversation, perhaps, or a deliberately staged meeting meant to be witnessed by the wrong eyes. The beauty of these moments lies in their ambiguity. They are neither confirmed nor denied, leaving us to speculate, to imagine the full weight of what might be at stake. That uncertainty is the point. In this society, the suggestion of scandal can be as effective as scandal itself. What makes secrets so lethal in the Gilded Age is that they are never contained to just two people. Every confidant has their own agenda, and every revelation, no matter how private, is at risk of becoming public if the timing is right. A secret shared in trust can be sold in desperation, traded for an alliance, or used as a shield in moments of weakness. And once it changes hands, it takes on a life of its own, growing in size and altering in shape until it is almost unrecognizable. The trailer captures this perfectly, showing fragments of conversations that feel just incomplete enough to make us lean in. We are meant to be part of the audience that overhears but never fully understands, left to fill in the blanks with our own suspicions. The most dangerous secrets, however, are the ones that implicate more than one person. When the survival of multiple reputations depends on silence, the stakes become almost unbearable. It is no longer just a question of personal ruin, but of collateral damage, friends, family, and allies who may fall simply because they are too closely tied to the wrong person. The trailer teases this broader scope, suggesting that certain revelations could destabilize entire factions within high society. Imagine a single piece of knowledge that could both elevate one family and annihilate another. That is the level of danger we are dealing with here. And those who understand this game know that sometimes the best use of such a secret is not to expose it, but to let its shadow hang over every interaction. This is where the true artistry of power lies, not in the public declaration of dominance, but in the quiet control of someone else's choices. A character who believes they are free may in fact be dancing to the tune of a truth they don't even realize is influencing them. A dinner invitation accepted or declined, a charitable donation made at just the right time, a public statement issued in defense of an aloe action may be the result of unseen pressure, of a hand gently but firmly guiding their path. And the person pulling those strings may never have to reveal their hand at all. Episode 1 seems poised to place these secrets front and center, not in the form of grand revelations, but as subtle, ongoing forces shaping every decision. The trailer makes it clear that the real drama will not come from loud confrontations, but from the slow realization that nothing happening is by accident. Every meeting, every alliance, every public appearance is calculated, often based on knowledge that is invisible to the outside world. This is the season where the audience will come to understand that the true battles of the Gilded Age are not fought in the open, they are fought in the shadows. In whispered conversations, in the careful passing of information from one trusted ear to another. But secrets are a dangerous thing to hold for too long. They have weight, and they demand payment. Sometimes that payment is control, other times it is betrayal. The longer a secret is kept, the more powerful it becomes, but also the more unstable. One wrong word, one overheard sentence, can send it spiraling out of the hands of its keeper. The trailer suggests that this instability will play a major role in the coming season. There are moments where characters look over their shoulders, where their confidence falters for just an instant, as though they know their advantage is slipping away. That is the moment when control shifts, when the hunter becomes the hunted. And this is where the danger escalates. Because in a society that thrives on the exchange of secrets, there is always someone willing to pay more for them. The question is not just who holds the truth, it's who will decide when and how to use it. In episode 1, we may not see the biggest secrets revealed, but we will certainly see them moving, changing hands, gathering momentum, waiting for the perfect moment to detonate. And when they do, the damage will be irreversible. Because in the Gilded Age, power is fleeting, wealth is fragile, but a secret if wielded with precision can change everything. The trailer for the Gilded Age Season 4 Episode 1 does not simply tease a return to the glittering world of high society. It makes it clear that we are about to enter the most dangerous game yet. This is not a season where survival is about who throws the most lavish ball or who can secure the most prestigious marriage. This is a season where survival depends on foresight, cunning, and the ability to strike without warning. Every character shown in the trailer is already playing, whether they realize it or not. Some are seasoned players who understand the rules intimately. Others are still clinging to the naive belief that good manners and respectability will protect them. But the truth, as the series has always shown, is that in this world, no one is safe, not even those who appear untouchable. The game is dangerous because it is constant. It doesn't pause for sentiment or morality, and it doesn't wait for anyone to catch up. The moment you hesitate, someone else moves ahead, seizing the advantage. The trailer is thick with this sense of urgency, showing moments that seem almost harmless until you realize what they mean in the broader context. A shared glance between rivals in a crowded room might be the start of a silent alliance. A small act of kindness could be a carefully placed hook, meant to draw someone in before tightening the net. Every move is deliberate, every smile conceals intention, and every absence speaks just as loudly as presence. One of the most compelling things about this upcoming episode, hinted at through the trailer's careful editing, is how many games are being played at once. This is not a single, straightforward conflict. It's a web of overlapping agendas, some obvious, others nearly invisible. Old rivalries resurface just as new alliances are being forged, making the entire social hierarchy unstable. A victory for one faction may be a calculated sacrifice by another. And while the old money versus new money battle still serves as the central divide, this season appears to dig deeper into fractures that cut across those lines. Personnel, broken promises, and debts long overdue. What makes the game even more perilous is the unpredictability of its players. The trailer makes it clear that some characters are ready to play dirtier than ever before, willing to cross lines they once swore to respect. For these players, the goal is not just to win, it's to leave their opponents so thoroughly crushed that they can never recover. This is warfare, but fought with invitations, subtle insults, and impeccably timed gossip instead of weapons. And as we've already seen in previous seasons, those methods can be far more destructive than open conflict, because they work silently, leaving their target with no chance to mount a proper defense. But not everyone is acting out of pure ambition. The trailer hints at motives that go beyond the hunger for power, revenge, redemption, even desperation. Some characters are fighting because they have no choice, because to lose would mean not just social ruin, but personal devastation. These are the players who can be the most dangerous, because they have nothing left to protect and everything left to gain. A person with nothing to lose is unpredictable, and in a game where anticipation is everything, unpredictability can tip the entire balance. The most chilling part of the trailer is not the conflicts it shows, but the ones it only implies. There are moments where a character turns away mid-conversation, moments where a smile fades just a fraction too quickly, moments where a piece of paper is slipped discreetly into a pocket. These glimpses tell us that much of the game will be played out of sight, in private exchanges and hidden deals that the audience will only learn about in fragments. This is the kind of storytelling that makes every scene feel loaded, where even the most mundane moment might turn out to be a turning point later on. And perhaps the most important thing to remember about this game is that no one ever truly wins it. The Gilded Age is not a world where you rise to the top and remain there forever. Victory is always temporary, because there is always someone waiting for you to make a mistake. The trailer captures this cycle perfectly, moments of triumph shadowed by the knowledge that they cannot last. Every gain is precarious, every position vulnerable. The characters may speak of security, of influence, of control, but these are illusions. The truth is that in this society, the game never ends, it only resets with new players, new stakes, and new betrayals. Episode 1 appears to set the stage for a season where the lines between ally and enemy will blur beyond recognition. Trust will be scarce, loyalty will be conditional, and the price of a single wrong step will be ruin. It is a world where the only certainty is that someone, somewhere, is plotting your downfall. If they smile at you while doing it, and as the trailer fades to its final moments, it leaves us with a single, haunting question. When the game ends, who will be left standing, and who will be left with nothing but their shattered reputation? This is the dangerous game ahead, one of silken daggers, diamond smiles, and whispered threats. A game where every move is both an opportunity and a risk, where every interaction carries the weight of unseen consequences, and where the most beautiful rooms can hide the deadliest traps. Season 4, Episode 1 promises not just to continue the saga of the Gilded Age, but to sharpen it into something more dangerous, more unpredictable, and more thrilling than ever before. The pieces are already in motion, the first moves already made. The only thing left is to watch and to remember that in this world, the difference between victory and defeat can be as small as a single glance across a crowded room.